Hello photography friends, welcome to another video. It's a warm winter afternoon in February, a rarity. So we are out and about. The weather has been pretty bad lately, that's why I haven't been out making too many videos, but figured I'd head out today and go to a local park, see if here's something over here. I'm trying to figure out where it is and what it is. But anyway, some people ice fishing as well out here on the pond. But yeah, I figured I'd just come out and enjoy the weather, take a walk around, get some nice exercise, because getting a little bit chubby over the winter time. But yeah, I'm gonna see if we see anything, and I guess maybe we're going to talk about the Canon RF 100 to 500 a little bit, some likes and dislikes and overall thoughts since I've had it for about a year now. So kind of maybe give this video a little theme, which, you know, unlike most videos, I kind of just rant and rave and ramble and, you know, lose focus. But we're going to try it, see how that works out. Anyway, let's get to it. Could be a little treacherous over here today because the trails were covered with snow and now they're starting to melt, so it's gonna get a little icy, muddy as well, but I got boots so I can deal with that. But yeah, so I'm not sure if we'll see anything over here. Never sure I'll see anything, but whenever I do, it's just a pleasant surprise from the universe. Isn't that positivity, guys? You'll have to forgive my hair today, guys. I was planning on wearing a hat, but it was so warm, I just decided to take it off. Now I look like a homeless veteran, but it is what it is. No offense to homeless veterans who may be watching this, obviously. But yeah, anyway, I'll talk about the Canon RF 100 500 for a bit. So, do I regret purchasing this lens? In terms of image quality, no, I'm happy with it. Like price-wise, did I think it was a little expensive? Yes. All of the Canon RF lenses are what I would consider to be expensive, probably a little more expensive than they're worth, but in terms of image quality, I own 3 of the RF L lenses, I guess I should mention. And all 3 expensive, but I can't complain about any of the images that I've ever gotten with those lenses. But yeah, we got some mergansers out here. Anyway, maybe let's stick by. There's not a lot of area for the ducks to move that's not melted, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, continuing my thoughts. I think the worst thing that happened to the Canon RF 100 to 500 was that the Canon RF 200 to 800 came out, because you can find the Canon RF 100 to 500 quite easily, but the Canon 200 to 800 has been on back order for, you know, it's been on back order forever. Like, I mean, people have gotten them, but it takes like months and months and months. And honestly, that's why I ended up getting the 100 to 500. But you have to realize most people are going to be, you know, most hobbyists and stuff like that, they're going to be shooting on days like this where the sun is very bright. So, you know, that f9 is not going to be as big of a deal as being able to get a little bit closer to your subject. So I think that's the biggest issue that the 100 to 500 faces right now, is Canon kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit by releasing that 200 to 800. That's just my thoughts. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. I haven't tried the 200 to 800, so I can't make any comparisons with image quality. But in terms of, you know, image quality on the 100 to 500, no complaints on that. But yeah, so let's stop rambling a bit. Maybe have some more thoughts in a minute, but I'm going to try to take some photos of these mergansers since I'm out and there's wildlife. So I'll check back in a bit. Yeah, those mergansers, they don't want to get any closer, so unfortunately. But yeah, anyway, back to what I was talking about. 100 to 500, good lens overall, pretty happy with it. Like I said, super expensive, not 100% sure it's worth that cost. One thing I do like though is the image stabilization, and it's also relatively light. I know people go out with like ginormous prime lenses and you know, tripods and all that other gear, you know, the best tripods. When I go out, I do not want to carry hardly anything with me, so I try to travel as light as possible. So if that's you, 100 to 500 might be a good choice. All the video that I've shot on this channel, I shoot handheld. I never use a tripod. So that's just straight image stabilization. You know, I shoot in 60 frames per second and slow it down, which also helps stabilize it a little bit. But yeah, also, yeah, so definitely that'll come in handy if you're just kind of like a run and gun photographer, don't like to carry a lot of gear. 100 to 500. Probably a little better than the 200 to 800 in that regards, because I think the 200 to 800 is a little heavier. Also has the tripod collar that's not removable. I never use the tripod collar on this unless on the off chance I'm going out to shoot like a full moon or something. But that's the only time I'll use a tripod. So anyway, yeah, just a few thoughts. If I have any more that spring up as we continue along our walk, well, I will interject them because that's what we do here, super serious reviews of camera gear. Not really, I'm just trying something different here today. My hair, actually, I mean, I criticized it earlier, but most of my friends are bald, so I have a full head still left. So that is gorgeous, actually, now that I see it. Yeah. When the wind blows through it, maybe it's Maybelline or L'Oreal or something. I don't know. Genetics.
Did you ever think that maybe there's more to life than being really, really, really ridiculously good looking?
Also, I'm not shaming any of my bald viewers. I mean, some of us hit the genetics lottery, like myself, and others didn't. It's just, you know, it's the way nature works sometimes. But yeah, I have love for all of you guys because I know, you know, my good looks have probably helped me in lots of situations that a bald person may not have been able to, you know, successfully endure. I'm rambling again. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's look for some birds besides those mergansers that refuse to come any closer. Anyway, let's keep going, I guess. It's quite muddy over here and treacherous with the melting snow and ice slush. I was just gonna stay in my backyard today because I got some bird feed yesterday and filled my bird feeder for the first time in forever. Cue Disney song.
'Cause for the first time in forever.
But yeah, even they weren't out today. It's like, I guess the bird feed I got wasn't good enough for them. It was like, you know, I got some quality stuff, guys. And they're like my children, they're just like refusing to eat it. It's like, I don't want that. Mealworms, ew. We wanted the nut and berry mix. Shut up, you stupid birds. It's the middle of the winter, okay? Be thankful I gave you anything. You picking and choosing and complaining about the food you get? Good grief. I'm a good Samaritan to you birds. You've done nothing for me. Nothing. Don't even show up in any of my videos when I go out to take photographs of you. Then I go out, spend my hard-earned money on a delicious mealworm mix. You turn your beaks up at it. I'll remember that next time I'm at the grocery store, okay? Don't think I'll forget. Try not to be a, person that carries resentment, but for you birds, just this once I might. So think about the effects that your actions have on other wildlife photographers, okay? And people that purchase food for you, all right? Reflect on that a little bit, maybe show some appreciation next time, okay? You know how many starving birds out there would love your mealworm mix? Okay, there's probably a Sally Struthers bird out there somewhere who's talking to all the other birds, and she's like, for only a mealworm a day, you can help feed a, starving bird. You guys are just showing up to my backyard and you're like, you know what, let's check out what the neighbors got instead. So ungrateful, I swear. I actually haven't filled my bird feeder since the middle of summer, actually, since a black bear showed up in my yard and basically ripped the entire bird feeder down and spent 45 minutes sticking his tongue in the feeder and eating the entire thing. I'll put the video up on the screen right now. I took a video of it. But yeah, I posted the photos to Facebook and everyone's like, don't fill your bird feeders. Like, I'm supposed to know. I've never had a black bear in my area in my entire life, so I'm supposed to know that a black bear is just gonna randomly show up and tear my bird feeder down? I swear, people on Facebook are the absolute worst of the worst of humanity. I mean, it's probably an exaggeration, but if you want to meet people that know everything, just go on Facebook. They will tell you how to live your life, because they've got it all figured out. It's just, anyway, but yeah, that happened. So I haven't filled it since, because DEM also told me not to fill it. So I'll listen to them, but I won't listen to some random schmo on Facebook. No, not doing that. Anyway, I shall continue on my hunt for birds. I don't even hear much of anything over here today. I usually hear a lot of stuff. Don't hear even much of anything. Some people ice fishing still, but ice is getting a little melty. I don't know how much longer I'd want to stay out there if I were them, but hey, it's not my life. Do what you want. But if you fall in, at least yell out so I can get it on film. Oh, good grief. I just stepped in like the deepest puddle of mush I've ever stepped in over here. Good grief. Thought the pits of hell were opening up there for a second. It was colder, obviously, than hell, but yeah. Well, this should be a fun rest of the walk. Good grief. Oh well. The funny part is that I fell into that puddle just after I was making a humorous joke about the people ice fishing falling into the ice, and then the earth decides to almost swallow me whole. Well, guess what? I'm a little too chubby for you to swallow whole, earth, okay? Better luck next time. But yeah, no, that's called karma coming right back around like a boomerang to bite me in the tush push. Anyway, I really want to see some wildlife over here, but it's getting quite warm too for a February day. Even my jacket's getting a little toasty. Anyway, we keep going and hopefully we'll find something at least. Like I said, don't even hear much, but not going to making fun of any more people falling through the ice because I don't want the ground opening up and swallowing me whole. So anyway, let's keep going. One thing I do hate about this lens, again, to go back to the 100-500, I hate where they put the control ring. It's like right at the bottom there, and my hands are ginormous, and you know what that means. I don't have to compensate for anything, but it like always rubs up against them, and I never use the control rings on any of these RF lenses. But yeah, I don't know why they put it there. I know there's a lot of other, you know, the focus ring, the zoom ring, you know, the other ring that tightens or loosens the zoom throw. So there's not many other places they could have put it, but yeah, if I'm gonna complain about anything about this lens, it's gonna be about that, really. I just hate where they put that, but it could just be me, because anyways, back to my random thoughts on the RF 100-500. Whether you guys want to buy it, that's completely up to you. I like the lens, like I said, a little pricey. That's my only gripe, and I don't like where they put that that control wheel. But other than that, no complaints. Light, image quality is good. Obviously, have not gotten very many images today with the lens, which is disappointing, but I'll throw some other images that I've taken with it over the past year up on screen, and hopefully that'll give you kind of a idea of the image quality. But yeah, we're gonna keep walking around a little bit. Hopefully we'll see something, but yeah, those are gonna be my final thoughts on the RF 100-500. Like I said, not gonna go into anything too in-depth. Like I said, just general thoughts after a year of use. Overall positive. Might eventually rent the 200-800 to use in one of these videos just to kind of see the differences, but yeah, I don't know. The problem is I don't want to rent it and then have a day like this where I don't come across any wildlife whatsoever, so, which is par for the course on this channel sometimes. But yes, definitely thinking about it. We'll see. In the summertime, maybe, when I know that I can go to a spot, will it be high bird activity at least to get some images, whether good or bad. But yeah, anyway, continue on. We will walk around, finish up the loop hopefully see something, and then probably wrap it up. Either way. All right, let's go. Some photos and video of a male and female mallard. So that's something, I guess. Hasn't been much of anything over here. Here's some birds singing over here, so we'll walk over here and see if anything's happening. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. There's a flock of geese on a baseball field, no less. I will root, root, root for the summer when the geese can make their way back home. And it's 1, 2, 3 honks. You're out at the goose ball game. Hey, bada 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 swing, bada 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 swing. Come on. No one's even covering the outfield. These guys are horrible. Oh, good grief. I guess that's why no teams are named after geese as their mascot. St. Louis Cardinals, yes. St. Louis Canadian geese, not so much. Going to give you guys a little photographer pro tip here. Even though there's a chain link fence in front of us blocking us from photographing these geese, if you shoot at a low enough aperture, you can shoot right through the fence and it will not even be noticeable in the photos. It's like magic. I'm going to show you right now. See, you thought I was lying, didn't you? I was able to shoot right through that fence. It wasn't even visible in the photos. And with those geese, shooting through the fence is probably a good idea because they can get quite violent. They will abuse you like a state trooper abuses his wife. Why did I have to say that? That's just a stereotype, and I'm trying to get away from stuff like that. I'm sorry. You know what? We're gonna just cut that right out. We're gonna leave it in, actually, I think. Anyway, I hear a loud blue jay running his mouth. See if we can find him, then make our way back to the car. There's a swath of geese, and I have to get back to my car. There's no fence to protect me. This could get ugly. This is my last video. It's been real, guys. It's been really real. Anyway, let's just do it. It's now or never. Well, we made it. We survived the horde of geese 2025. What is that? Wish I had better eyesight. There's probably Sony birds over here that I have not been able to find. I can hear a bunch, but yeah. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and hope you enjoyed the video. If you like, remember to like the video, share, subscribe, tell your friends, family, and your state trooper relatives not to pull me over, because I will most surely be getting tickets from now on after making that last remark. But it is what it is. I make choices and I live with them. That's how I live. But yeah. Anyway, until next time, I'll see you guys when I see you. Take care.